Liberal and conservative ideologies are just two of the ideologies out there. However, they're the two that are most widely held in the US, which is why we're focusing on them. Now, what's interesting is in the US, even though most people would fall into the category of conservative or liberal, most people don't actually use the terms conservative and liberal to describe themselves. In fact, the majority of Americans would not spontaneously use terms like conservative or liberal. So why do we care about them, right? If public opinion is the opinions that politicians and the government finds it useful to heed, and the public isn't actually using ideology, then why? Well, because even though we don't use ideological terms very often, we actually do use ideology. Ideology maps onto political party very well. So liberal ideology maps onto the Democratic Party. Democrats typically hold these liberal values. Conservative ideology maps quite well onto the Republican Party. Republicans typically hold these conservative attitudes. And we can see that, right? Republicans are more likely to support moral traditionalism and market solutions and a larger military and defense establishment, whereas Democrats are typically more interested in promoting social equality and tolerating many different types of behavior. And they take a more dovish, less militaristic approach to foreign policy overall. So we can see that these ideologies map nicely onto our political parties. So even though only about 1 in 5 Americans spontaneously would use ideological terms to describe themselves, most Americans would be able to tell you what party they're a member of. So in an indirect way, they actually are telling you their ideological views.